All right. How's everyone doing this morning? It's beautiful. What a glorious day in New York City. You all brought the incredible weather, so thank you for that. But first, I just want to welcome everyone to this momentous day of celebration as we mark the completion of this beautiful mini pitch right here at PS 184 Shuang Wen. Look at this. But more importantly, today marks the culmination of the 5-year New York City Soccer Initiative. And through this landmark initiative, we have now completed 50 mini pitches across all 5 boroughs. It's amazing. And even more significantly, this program is enabling more than 10,000 of our youngest residents, the next generation of New Yorkers, to have free access to soccer in underserved communities. Yeah, you can applaud that, absolutely. So this is a really, really huge day for all of those who love and are passionate about soccer in New York City. Now, we all know that so much happens in a city like New York in 5 years, and we've said it way too many times in the past 2 years, but we've just gone through unprecedented times. But one thing that has stayed consistent is the commitment from this group to continue to build soccer pitches. Because one thing that will never change is that our young people will always need safe spaces to play. So I want to thank our partners, the Mayor's Fund to Advance New York City, New York City Football Club. That's right. That's why we're all here today. U.S. Soccer Foundation, Adidas, Etihad Airways, and as well as the New York City Department of Education, New York City Parks, and of course, PS 184. This is so great. Thank you so much for having us. And to our distinguished guests, NYCFC head coach Ronnie Deila and the NYCFC first team players, they have taken time out of their very busy training and playing schedules to be here today to celebrate with us. And I want to congratulate them on making the playoffs for the 6th consecutive year. Their playoff run starts on Sunday, November 21st, at home at Yankee Stadium against Atlanta United. So that is an awesome opportunity for you guys to come out and support these guys right here, giving them a hand. We also have the First Lady of NYC. She's going to join us today, and we cannot wait to have her on site with us as well. So to set the stage for today's program, we're going to hear from a number of different speakers, all of whom have been instrumental in bringing these 50 mini pitches to life. And then we're going to have the students right here behind me from PS 184 show off their skills on the pitch. So be on the lookout, guys. We might have the next NYCFC homegrown player right here today. You never know. But right now, I'd like to welcome our first speaker, President and CEO of the U.S. Soccer Foundation, Ed Foster Simeon, to kick things off. Ed, come on up.
Thank you, Susanna. I am just really, and thank you everyone for being here today. You brought great weather for us, and I'm just so thrilled. I want to also thank the partners who made this day possible. You know, Adidas, NYCFC, the Mayor's Fund to Advance New York City, and Etihad Airways. This wouldn't be happening today without your support and your belief in the work. Today is a very big and exciting day indeed. I'm thrilled to be here as we celebrate the opening of the 50th mini pitch we've installed across the city in just 5 years. Think about that for a moment. There are now 50 of these colorful pitches across all 5 boroughs that are free and open for play right now, benefiting thousands of New Yorkers across the city, particularly our children. Together with this incredible group of partners, we've made great strides in quite literally transforming the landscape of the city through the creation of these mini pitches and the expansion of free soccer programming. Why is this so important? We often think about sport as simply fun and games, but it's much more important than that. Sport is a platform for critical learnings for young people. We learn critical life skills through play: perseverance, grit, teamwork, leadership. Things that will help us as we grow into adults to become productive members of society. When we go to work one day, these are the skills that we take into the workplace. Too many children, however, in this city and across the country don't have access to the opportunity to play. In fact, gender, race, and family income are all factors that can determine whether a child has access to health, wellness, and sports opportunities. It's a big deal. Consider this: 77% of children living in households that earn less than $25,000 are not playing in sports. They are missing out on this critical learning opportunity. And underserved communities are more than 4 times as likely to lack recreational facilities. Through the creation of these neighborhood soccer pitches and the expansion of free programming, we are helping to make play the easy choice. Less than 1% of children playing any sport will become paid professional athletes. This work is to ensure that the other 99% get the benefit that will help them develop healthy life skills and critical life skills that will see them through their whole adult life. We're providing opportunities for all children to play our game, join a team, connect with a caring coach mentor, and have a safe place to play. I'd like to thank again our partners, Adidas, New York City Football Club, the Mayor's Fund to Advance New York City, and Etihad Airways for embarking with us on this journey and making this big idea become a reality. Last night I shared with some friends an old African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And I am incredibly thrilled that this group of partners have chosen to go together to make a difference for thousands of children across the city of New York, creating access and opportunity that did not exist before. Thank you so much, and we can't wait to see what comes next.
Thank you so much for those inspiring words, Ed. All right, our next speaker is New York City Soccer Initiative partner and funder, Vice President of Etihad Airways, Vincent Frasconia.
Thank you, Susanna. Good morning, everyone. What a momentous day it is today. 5 years in the making, and to be celebrating the completion of this wonderful pitch, the 50th pitch behind me today. It's quite remarkable to think that these pitches have brought free soccer programming to an additional 10,000 young people here in New York City. What an achievement that is. Etihad Airways has been providing air travel from New York to the world for more than 15 years now. Our home is Abu Dhabi, a city in the United Arab Emirates, that much like New York is a place where people from around the globe come and settle and make it their home. Our employees come from 160 different countries, so you can only imagine the debate and friendly banter that takes place whenever there's a big soccer match or tournament taking place around the world. As a leading global airline, Etihad celebrates soccer's power to unify and connect communities, both locally and globally. I love seeing children come from all walks of life playing together on these pitches. They all have different favourite players from different countries, and they themselves may come from different backgrounds and speak different languages themselves. But on the field, none of that matters. Soccer is a game that teaches teamwork, leadership, and sportsmanship. It inspires self-confidence. It creates a strong work ethic and gives kids a safe place to make friendships and get physical activity. These are all experiences and lessons that these young players will carry with them into their personal lives and beyond. Etihad is truly grateful to have been a part of making this possible. A big thank you is also due to other partners who've made this achievement possible. The dedication of everyone here today is truly inspiring. Good luck to NYCFC in the playoffs, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Vincent. All right, our next speaker is Jamira Burley, Director of Social Impact Projects at Adidas.
Thank you, and good morning, everyone. I am super excited to be here. Can we first give another round of applause to the young people who came out today? It is truly a pleasure and an honor to be here at a moment of great celebration and an explicit reflection of the impact we can make when we collectively work together as business, government, and communities to create solutions that for the most in need. At Adidas, we believe that through sports, we have the power to change lives because of the potential positive mental and physical outcomes afforded to the participants. That is why this partnership speaks so much to the core of who Adidas is and the impact that we seek to make. In just 5 years, you've heard it, 50 pitches in 5 boroughs. That is astonishing. This collection, this collaboration could not have been possible without the support of the First Lady of New York City Soccer Initiative, the Mayor's Fund for the Advancement of New York City, and the New York Football Club, as well as U.S. Soccer Foundation and Etihad Airlines. Because of that, 10,000 of New York's underrepresented, underserved young people will have access to the world of sports like never before. Adidas' goal is to fuel long-term transformation in communities through impact-driven collaboration. That is why we look to address the health, wealth, and access of communities that are at the center of the Adidas brand. We look forward to continuing to create equitable solutions for communities facing the highest needs and eliminate barriers that are formulated through social, political, and economic factors. This enables for these communities to broaden their access to opportunities that they've been excluded from for way too long. Because of that, we are including ensuring access to the world of sports and to ensure that this powerful tool can be used to ignite communities as well as unite the world. Thank you.
All right, next up we have the Commissioner of the Parks Department, Gabrielle Fialkoff.
Thank you so much. So great to be here today. What a beautiful day for this terrific event. I am thrilled to be here today. Today I represent the New York City Parks Department. But 5 years ago, when this initiative launched, I worked in City Hall as senior advisor to the mayor and was part of this launching this fantastic initiative with all the partners here today and the Mayor's Fund and the First Lady. So it's truly a thrill to be here now in my new role as Parks Commissioner to celebrate the 50th mini pitch. At the Parks Department, I think we all, through the pandemic, see our parks in a very different way. They are not a luxury, but a necessity. And it's really about equity and creating vibrant, open spaces, spaces for play, spaces for learning, for all New Yorkers. And to me, that's what the New York City Soccer Initiative is really about. We bring these 50 mini pitches to some of our most underserved communities in the city. These are communities with the greatest health disparities, that suffer from other educational disparities, economic disparities, and often were the hardest hit in the pandemic. So these are spaces for play, and we know now how important that is more than ever through this pandemic for our mental health, for our physical well-being, to bring families together, and of course also activated places. And this initiative, again, bringing the U.S. Soccer Foundation's programming to over 10,000 young people, teaching them the soft skills they need to thrive, mentorship. It's just got all the ingredients to really serve New Yorkers who need it the most. So I'm really personally thrilled to be here today, and congratulations to all the partners. It's a true accomplishment. Thank you.
All right, I am super excited to hear from this next speaker. We've asked one of the participants and coaches of the New York City Soccer Initiative to say some words on his own experience. Darwin Ordonez is an incredibly impressive young leader and member of City and the Community's Youth Leadership Council. He went to high school in the South Bronx and was actually one of the beneficiaries of one of these 50 mini pitches. And now he is paying it forward as a community coach and mentor for the youth in his own community. He also stepped up during the pandemic as a volunteer with New York Common Pantry. We are so very proud to have Darwin here with us today to say a few words about his personal experience. Darwin Ordonez.
Hello, everyone. Like Susanna said, my name is Darwin Ordonez, and I'm a community coach for City in the Community. I have been with City in the Community for almost 2 to 3 years now, and my journey began when a pitch just like this one was reeled at my old high school in the South Bronx. I was a senior at a time when my English teacher came up to me and 2 of my other classmates and mentioned a pinch being open right outside of our school. We were also told that they was looking for students from the school to create a poem about soccer and how it plays a huge role in our lives. This poem we created would then be presented on the day the pitch was unveiled. I remember being nervous about public speaking, especially when I found out that the First Lady, Shalane McRae, will be attending. There was a lot of pressure. However, I just thought about the good moments, like being blessed with an opportunity to meet 2 of our former captains, David Villa and Alex Ring, and our current captain, Sean Johnson. Being a diehard NYCFC fan, words can't describe how I felt that day. But thanks to the opening of the pitch, it gave me access to have a safe space to play with my friends and hang out. My journey then continued in a program called Saturday Night Lights. This program helped open doors to new opportunities and allowed me to meet coaches and introduce me to another program called Youth Leadership Council. From the beginning, I always wanted to be part of something big. And once I found out about this program, it helped empower the voices of urban youth throughout the 5 boroughs. I made it my goal to take the necessary steps to being part of the council and work towards being a young leader. But why is it important for young people to become an active helper in their community? I believe soccer helps the development of leadership skills and contributes greatly to the positive development of young people and their communities. And if we want to tackle issues faced by youth, we need to involve them in the solutions. Therefore, once accepted, I took an oath to work hard and help the YLC to the best of my abilities, creating a safe environment and influencing youth behavior in underserved communities through the power of soccer. With the opportunity to work in old programs such as Saturday Night Lights, Robo Soccer, and Soccer Block, and being able to coach kids throughout New York City, it made a huge impact in my life because not only am I teaching kids how to code, dribble, and pass a ball, I am also teaching them the values of teamwork, leadership, respect, and helping them with their own personal growth. And in a way, thanks to all my mentors within City and the Community, I became the person who I am today. I am the rose that grew from concrete. Thank you.
Okay, can we give it up for Darwin again? So awesome. You are seriously an inspiration. Thank you so much for all that you do. All right, how many of you guys have been to an NYCFC match at Yankee Stadium? Raise your hand. Yeah. All right, so if you have, then you know all about the Third Rail, okay? They are the supporters group. They are loud. They are some of the best fans in MLS. And they have decided to mark this historic achievement in true football fashion with a mini tifo for this awesome new mini pitch. You can see it right behind me. So this tifo, yeah, absolutely. Give it up for the Third Rail. This tifo design was inspired by the New York City Soccer Initiative Youth, and so we want to thank the Third Rail for creating this incredible work, and to the students who came out on Saturday to help paint it. It is no easy feat, so thank you guys. Give them a round of applause. All right, next up, we are going to hear from NYCFC CEO Brad Sims, who has some exciting news about plans for New York City Soccer Initiative Phase 2. Welcome, Brad.
Thanks, Susanna. Well, one very important aspect of this first phase of the New York City Soccer Initiative has been building 50 pitches. Another vital area has been providing free programming in all of these 50 neighborhoods. And wanted to give a lot of credit for that to our City and the Community Foundation and everyone who has worked as part of that, as well as our friends at U.S. Soccer Foundation. But we can do more, we want to do more, and we're going to do more. We want to expand on this, and today we are proud to announce the creation of a brand new NYCSI Community Cup Tournament. This annual 5v5 citywide tournament will bring together boys and girls in all the neighborhoods of our 50 mini pitches. The inaugural event will take place this spring of 2022, and will run over 3 consecutive weekends, culminating in a knockout stage to determine the overall winner of the NYCSI Community Cup. CITC will run the annual tournament with support from our terrific NYCSI partners, the City of New York, and local community-based organizations. Soccer is uniquely known for bringing people together. And that's something that we're all about at NYCFC and everything that stands behind what we've been doing here with NYCSI. This Community Cup will do this across 50 communities throughout the 5 boroughs every year. With already 6 homegrown players on NYCFC's first team roster, including 2 here today, right here, James Sands, Tavon Gray. We could have the next James, we could have the next Tavon right behind us here today. We're excited for the boys and the girls across the city who are going to be playing in these pitches to be wearing NYCFC jerseys one day. There have been a lot of thank yous already today. Of course, I want to thank all of our partners in the New York City Soccer Initiative, but I also want to take an opportunity to give a big thank you to all of the young people across the city, across these 50 neighborhoods and communities, who use, respect, and love these pitches every single day. We do have one more exciting announcement coming up. I'm not going to spoil it just yet, but I'm going to kick it back over to Susanna. But I want to thank everybody for coming out on this, like you said, glorious day, amazing. And thanks again to everyone who's affiliated with the New York City Soccer Initiative. It's making impact every single day. Thank you.
All right, and now let me invite up NYCFC Vice Chairman Marty Edelman. Now, we've saved his comments towards the end of the program because he, along with the First Lady of New York City, have some incredibly exciting news that will top off this already incredible day.
So the nice thing about going last is you can be brief because everybody else said what you were going to say, so that makes it easier. The other thing that's important is I have to get Tati's hairspray because mine's not working today. I was one of the 2 people who assaulted New York to work out the terms under which we would establish New York City Football Club when we first started the franchise. And we really had 2 goals. One was to field a winning team, which we knew would take time, investment, determination, and a little luck. And when you look at the players we have today, you know that so far we're on the progressive route to what we expected. The other thing that mattered a lot to us and came from our experience in our parent club in Manchester, England, is that we wanted to have an impact on the community, and that impact was actually to have a second most important audience. And that audience is really the group of young people who are behind me today. What we wanted to do is we wanted to give them the opportunity to experience soccer. We wanted to give them the opportunity, to the extent their skills allowed, to progress in the world of soccer and become talented college and professional players where they could. And we wanted to create an opportunity for extraordinary young leaders. And when you hear what Darwin had to say today, you know how resoundingly successful this program has been. So in sort of the way we looked at what we wanted to do, we feel we're on the right path to proceed. And now I have the honor of formally introducing Charlene McRae, who is the head of the Mayor's Fund to Advance New York City and the First Lady of New York. And we have an announcement to make, which I think I'm told I have to read, Charlene, because then you can talk about it. So we stand here together, and we're thrilled to announce, along with our many partners, that we will be constructing and programming an additional 26 mini soccer pitches in the lead up to the 2026 World Cup in North America. And with that, I'll turn the mic over to someone who doesn't need an introduction, Charlene McRae.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I am so excited about this announcement. It means that we're going to be able to do more than what we've already done, which is, you know, I have no words for the impact that's going to have. With the world watching, with the world's eyes watching, we will again show what we can achieve for our young people. And we will prove that when we work together, nothing is impossible. Can everybody just give a cheer for this amazing announcement? All right. And I believe, Susanna, you're going to come back? Come back. All right.
Hello. First Lady, don't go too far. I think you're coming back up here. I think you're coming back. Do you have more to say? Yeah, she's got more to say, people. Yeah, so we're going to hear a bit more from Charlene. She's no stranger when it comes to making sure New York City kids have all the developmental tools they need to thrive and succeed in life. So we want to continue to hear from you.
Excellent. Thank
More
you.
remarks. Thank you.
Thank you. A little confusion. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, PS 184. So just a little background on this whole effort. It was 2016 when we launched this program, which actually feels like a lifetime ago. We stood on rough plots of dirt and concrete and said we were going to reimagine these spaces for our young people. We said we'd bring 50 new soccer pitches to communities all across New York City, knowing that it was ambitious. But it was a promise to our young people. And here we are at pitch number 50. Today we can all say, promise made, promise kept. Can everyone please join me in saying, promise made, promise kept. Promise made, promise kept. We did it. Give yourselves a hand. This mission to transform underused land in our city required creativity. It required commitment. But we knew that not every child in New York City had a space to run around or a park nearby or access to organized sports. We knew how sports can change lives. I experienced it myself when I was young, and Bill and I experienced it with our children. One of the most important lessons of the past 18 months is how precious our health is, physically, mentally, emotionally. We all realized that these last 18 months, didn't we? Without good health, every part of life is more difficult. These soccer pitches are a huge contribution to the mental and physical fitness of our young people. The skills they learn and the games they play provide opportunities for them to learn teamwork and empathy, right? Yeah. All of that is happening now at soccer pitches all over New York City. from Corona to Brownsville and Harlem to Mott Haven. And every one of these spaces is going to receive programming support for years to come. I know there have been many thank yous, but I thank the Mayor's Fund team and their dynamic leaders, Danielle Berlain, Jorge Luis Pariagua Valle. Thank you to the Department of Education and the Parks Department, because they helped bring this program to life. And of course, our generous partners. Without them, this would not be possible. It took everyone. The New York City Football Club, the U.S. Soccer Foundation, Etihad Airways, Adidas, Astoria Energy, and the Staten Island Foundation. I cannot wait for the games to begin. Thank you, everyone.
Oh my gosh, such exciting updates. You guys, another round of applause for the First Lady. Oh, I am so happy today. My heart is happy because the future of soccer in this city is so bright, and I cannot wait to see these additional 26 new mini pitches come to life as the excitement builds for the 2026 World Cup that's coming to North America just a few years. Get ready, folks. But there's no doubt that the breadth of this initiative, 50 total pitches and a new commitment for 26 more, it's huge and it's widespread. But let's not lose sight of the real, tangible, and deep impact each of these individual pitches has had on its respective school and its respective community. Each one of these pitches has its own unique story. Each one has been used and loved by so many community members. So while all 50 were constructed in very different and diverse locations, they have become a community hub in their own right, bringing people together, communities together, through the power of soccer. There's no better example of this than right here in Chinatown at PS 184. It is so great to be here. What an honor. Once again, a huge congratulations to everybody that was involved in getting NYCSI to 50 pitches in 5 years. And thank you all so much for attending today's celebration. So right now we are going to gather for group photos and have the official ribbon cutting ceremony. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Such a special day.
Okay.